I'm Doug. I'm 38 years old. I'm a single adoptive father of an 8-year-old Nate and a 7-year-old Kylie. For some reason, since I was 18 years old, I've always known that I wanted to have children. I knew that I wanted a boy and a girl. Nate exhibited some unusual behavior from the time that he moved in at 8 months old.
Bang!
If he was upset, he would bang his face into the floor, and sometimes causing himself to bleed.
Ow!
Come on.
No. No.
For years, it's been building up. He has a lot of fits.
I'm Carol, and I'm Doug's mother. So it's more and more out of control with Nate.
No.
I'm always worried that he's going to hurt Douglas or Kylie, especially Kylie.
When he's upset, he's very impulsive, and he will grab things and throw them.
I'm Darylyn Jaychuk. I'm a licensed professional counselor and in-home therapist. Now, guys, what I want you to do is close your eyes and picture your safe, happy place. I've been working with Nate and Doug and Kylie for about 6 months now. I'm just a little worried about his reaction today, and because that's the first time it's been like that in a while. One of the things that Nate struggles with is sensory issues. He has a tendency to feel things, hear things, get overwhelmed a lot more easily than a typical child.
No.
So living in an environment that is very overwhelming to even an adult to just walk into is difficult for Nate.
When I think about the kids being removed from the home, it's, I would, they're my life. I would die. It'd be devastating. The house has been in a state of clutter for years. It's been building up from the basement to the kitchen and moving outward.
I'm Myron, and I've known Doug for over 10 years.
And Myron is like an uncle to the kids. He tries to come over and spend time with them, or maybe take them to his house so Douglas can have a break.
Yeah, bye.
Myron is very non-judgmental about my home. His main concern is the children.
The situation with Nate is really, I call it at a critical stage. He's 8 years old, going on 9. By the time he's 11, his main support group, being Doug or myself, will be replaced by peers. And once that occurs, all bets are really off.
Since the home continually seems to get worse and worse, I'm very worried that at some point, some worker is going to decide that it's an inappropriate home for them and pull them out.
Hi, Doug.
Hi.
Mark Pfeffer.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. My name is Mark Pfeffer. I'm a licensed psychotherapist. I specialize in the treatment of individuals with anxiety disorders, including compulsive hoarding. Hi, guys.
Hi.
This room seems to have a lot of space in here. What's that all about?
Being Nate's room, it has to have the least amount in it because of his tantrums. In my son's room, we don't have bed frames. He's broken beds, so that's why we sleep on the floor.
My brief experience at the house indicated that Nate would fare much better in an environment where he had space, could find things. His explosive episodes will continue as long as the house is in that situation.
I'm Brendan McDaniel. I'm a certified professional organizer in chronic disorganization, and one of my specialties is working with people that hoard.
Let's do it.
Awesome, let's go.
I'm glad you're here. I thought for a minute you weren't going to show.
Doug has a strained relationship with his father. I know there's love there, but I think that they don't relate to each other very well.
You know, I wish that he would understand more how I got where I got to, and that it wasn't intentional, and that I am embarrassed of it.
How many do you think you need total?
I only need 3 more.
3 more? Okay.
Kylie felt she was happy with 7 dolls. Doug felt that he needed more dolls for Kylie's sake. My feeling is that it was really for Doug's sake.
What would you be doing with the dolls?
I just think she'll play with a few more than she said.
So this is not for you.
No,
Let's just assume that this box is going, and let's see what happens in 10 minutes, okay?
but I don't know if I can let go of this many dolls. It would bother me intensely.
Okay, what would be the upside of these dolls not being here?
More space.
Exactly. What's your levels like right now that I'm pushing you?
9.
Now, is that a 9 anxiety or a 9 of anger?
Both.
This is ugly.
That last one's got to go.
I see that, yeah.
Even if it is extra large,
I saw
that's
that
gotta
out of the corner of my eye.
How are we making our decision of what goes? And just because it's ugly to you doesn't mean it's ugly to me.
Okay, you want to go through the bag?
Sure.
Well, I gotta get out of here. What's going on? It smells like pee.
Yeah.
Just toss it.
He won't even know it unless he misses the smell.
What do you think? You think it'll...
I think it's great. Yeah, it's perfect for Nate. Because he'll shake a bed and it will hold up, I think.
But where I think we left off yesterday was your daughter picked out 7 dolls and was willing to let the rest go.
I still want to go through and keep more of them.
If Kylie decides that this bin is sufficient, are you okay with that?
Most likely.
Okay,
Okay.
we're done.
Hello.
Hi. What do you think? Looks different than yesterday, doesn't it?
Yes.
Having things clean and organized will help the situation. I don't think it will be eliminated. Nate, stop, stop.
I'm trying to get
Stop,
in
Nate.
there. He's not-
Okay, hold on a second, Nate. Come here.
Cleaning the home was for the children. Perhaps he'll not have as many episodes as he did have.
Without having anything to grab onto, he started using his words.
Try to tell him.
Hey, I already said, no, we don't talk that way. Do you hear your uncle talking that way?
No.
No. And I didn't like the words, but I prefer the words over the kicking, screaming, punching, or, throwing objects. I did notice that he looked around when he was in that frantic mode to see what he could unleash his, frustration, and there really wasn't anything. Well, you know what I did? I brought the laptops with me. Do you guys want your laptops now that we have space for them?
Can we keep them here?
Yeah, keep them here. All right.
I think that the state will give them some time to really develop the time that it takes to make the changes necessary. But it's still a very guarded situation.
And he knows I love him, I hope the heck he does, or I wouldn't be here, The difference that it did the way these people cleaned it up today shocked me.
I have my home back, and without this process, it probably would have taken years. The home that I now have, it's like twice the size that it was. Amazing.